Alright guys, welcome back to the 2011 Blizzard Cup. I am Wolf and with me is Caldor, and sometimes we have an arm.
Yeah, that was a really sexy arm.
That was a nice arm, I have to say. I saw that arm come in and I was like, I wonder whose arm that is. I'm like, I think if I look around I'll probably find out because that arm is so noticeable. I'll be like, that could only be your arm.
Can somebody get me the number of this arm, please?
Someone give me the number of this arm. I didn't get the license plate on that arm, I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, I think when we can't get the arm, we at least have to focus a little bit on the Starcraft 2 matches at hand.
We've got MC versus Hero coming up here. It's going to be an awesome PvP. The map's going to be Calm Before the Storm, a map that you don't often see PvP on, just ironically. It just has not happened very often, so I'm curious to see how this is going to play out. You have our standard ramp, but you do have a backdoor nexus that you can make, so we may see one or both of these players try to expand, but still, its 4-gate can work on this map, and you know, Colossus timings and Blink Stalker timings will be quite strong as well.
I actually saw a very interesting game on that map in PvP. It was Killer against Parting, and Killer was trying to go for a Nexus first and wall that off with cannons. It actually could have worked. He made one major mistake when he placed all his cannons strictly at this ramp, and there was a pylon below that Parting built and could actually warp some units onto the high ground. But usually, if you split the cannons a little bit to the left and right, you should be able to hold that off. So we might see something like that.
Yeah, it's definitely possible. We saw players try to do stuff like that on Crevasse, that older map that had a backdoor expansion. You know, you have to be careful though of Warp Prism type all-ins where you do the drops and
look at them, looks really, really calm while MC is just pumped.
Yeah, MC, I had to say, is not looking his best today. He did an all-in in Game 1 against MVP, so hopefully we'll see some more standard play out of him here in this game against Hero. It's really important for both of these players, considering how they did earlier. Both down a game. Really important for them to win this one. Who will take it? Will it be Hero? Will it be MC? This is the Blizzard Cup 2011.
And at the top left of Calm Before the Storm, he's the Protoss player starting in the red. It is
Liquid Hero.
That's it, and there he is. Liquid Hero and his opponent. Oh, nice sign. There's a lot of love in the air today. And in the bottom left of the map, in the blue colors, we have his opponent. This is none other than the player from old generations. It is, using his Chrono Boost, the one and only
GSL MC.
These guys are former teammates. I wanted to notice one thing, or wanted to mention one thing rather. Hero built his pylon at his ramp and also built it at 10. So it looks like he has something very unusual in mind. Of course, it might have been just built at 10 because it took his probe longer to travel over there. Either way, it looks like he's going to go Nexus first, Caldor, just like you mentioned. It's been done before.
Yep, that would be really, really interesting to see, especially because MC is not going for a strategy like this, so I actually like that in a mirror matchup. And those two guys met before already. MC was able to decide a best of 3 at MLG in his favor. He won with 2-0. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, remember there is a new ticket system for the GSL. There are 3 different kinds of passes that you can get, and if you purchase a yearly premium or premium plus ticket, you get the Blizzard Cup HQ ticket for free. There are a lot of options that have been added to the tickets, to the passes, so definitely check that out on GOMTV.net.
Guess what, Caldor? You made a gateway and not a forge. He's actually going to be playing this a little bit risky. He can, of course, make the forge later, before the 4-gate timing would hit. And MC is probably not going to 4-gate, but he may decide to do that. In fact, he is going to take his second gas. So not going to be a 4-gate from MC. This is a risky build from Hero, and MC is just now going to scout it. So he may decide to change his build as a result.
And there is the Forge. Forge as the second building. He starts with the gateway, adds the Forge after that. And he really needs to scout now. He needs to be aware if there is a pylon somewhere. And he has finally the probe in his opponent's main base so that he gets a decent read on what MC is actually doing right now.
Yeah, Chrono Boost going down for Hero to get that Zealot out very quickly as well. He does, well, he considered doing a full wall off. Decides not to, though. One probe has been sent to chase the probe of MC so that he cannot make any pylons that Hero does not know about.
By the way, kind of an interesting fun fact, both both of these players have a 72% win ratio in PvP.
That's a fun fact.
So that's really one of their strongest matchup. That's actually the strongest matchup for both of them. So we have two PvP titans facing each other on a new map. GSL, a little bit of a zealot war at the ramp of a Hero's main base.
Looks like this cannon is going to finish just in time to save the Zealots from the Stalker.
And he just needs to be careful that he's not getting, that his opponent is not getting a pylon in his base at the bottom in order to warp in units. And with a wall of like that, he should be fine. But MC,
oh, he's going to put this in a really nice spot where it can't be surrounded by probes or zealots.
He needs to pull off that those zealots at the front.
Yeah, well, they're trapped outside, actually, Caldor. Because of the cannon positioning, Hero Zealots cannot come back inside. A second pylon goes down for MC, and Hero is in trouble. His probes are out to try to surround, but there's
MC,
two pylons.
Why so smart?
He's too smart, man, and it looks like the warp gates are done. He only made 3 gateways. It's not a 4-gate, but 3 gateways may be enough to end this game. And they're going to be in a position where the probes cannot really surround them. A really nice move by MC. I think this build by Hero was just a little bit too risky.
And he's getting Blink now. MC is getting Blink and he's already destroying a lot of these units, but at the same time, Hero was able to break through that wall. He killed one of the cannons, and now MC has to back off behind the mineral line and trying to take out so many of these probes. Look at that, he's doing such an awesome job. 19 to 21 drones right now. Hero is getting farther and farther behind in terms of his probe count. More units being warped in for MC. This could be it.
I think it may very well be, but nice micro by Hero. He's trying the best he can, but these Zealots have killed, I think, too many probes. And with just a few more units warping in for MC, I think it may be the end for Hero.
10 and 12 probes already eliminated by MC. Hero down to 19. Supply is losing more units as we speak. Blink will finish in a few seconds, and then he can use his micro to take on Hero Stalkers. But the numbers are already in his favor. He has 4 Stalkers in his opponent's main base and is now trying to take down Hero's last surviving range units. And this looks like it's gonna be GG very, very soon.
Absolutely, with Blink finishing up in just a few seconds. It's 5 Stalkers to 2. The worker count 21 to 13 in MC's favor. And I gotta say, Hero's build here was a little bit too risky. GG! He actually had an opportunity to surround the probe when it was in his base. I saw it was right behind the mineral line. He pulled some probes and decided, no, I'm not going to try to chase it. And MC made his pylons in the perfect spot. One place where it could not be surrounded by probes. The second one couldn't be very easily surrounded, but it could be surrounded. But you know, if you have 2, that's just enough.
Yeah, and I certainly didn't expect that to happen. I mean, Hero apparently did neither. After he was able to wall off, he thought that he would be safe, and he, as you already mentioned, he didn't give too much thought to that probe. He was like, yeah, if you do some shenanigans, I will be able to deal with that, but that spot in the back where you can hide the pylon and he can only be attacked by 3 probes was actually brilliant and worked in his favor.
And I have to say as well, I'm really impressed by, impressed is like not the word I was looking for at all. I'm really saddened by the fact that Hero tried to do that wall off, but his Zealots were trapped outside.
Yep.
If the Zealots were inside, then he would have absolutely been able to get the Zealots in and probably kill the pylon, or at the very least defend the first warp in, since MC only had 3 gateways. Would defend the first warp in, defend the pylons, it would have been okay.
I didn't actually realize that he walled off completely. I thought he still left a gap that was protected by the Zealots.
He did for a second, and then he was like, I'm going to make a pylon. Then he actually decided not to make the pylon, decided to make a cannon there instead. So he was definitely on the fence about it. He wasn't sure if he wanted to wall it off completely, and then decided to wall it off. Okay, I'll wall for the cannon, so if I have to kill it later, it's not a big deal. But, you know, unfortunately that did not play out very well for him.
Yeah, and Hero lost that match, so he already lost 2 games today.
Pepsi is spotted.
And, yep, ladies and gentlemen, once again, we just want to mention the ticket system, the winner prediction on GOMTV.net. So, and of course the ticket system as well. We talked about that in the games already. There are a lot of new passes for the next season, and there have been a lot of requests at the GOMTV forum as well, where people were asking for a yearly subscription, and that is exactly what has been implemented right now. As well, in addition to some new passes as well, so you can get GSL Premium, GSL Premium Plus, and GSL Lite. And with the first 2, if you get a yearly subscription, you get also the HD pass for this Blizzard Cup.
Yeah, and I think, you know, you guys should definitely look into that because now there's a lot more options, you know.
Yep.
If you want to have a pass for the whole year and save a little bit of money because you have to, you know, there were too many transactions, some people argued before. So now if you're going to buy every single season, you might as well get that mega pass, you know, get that premium pass that you have for a whole year. You don't have to buy one every season. Or if you want to spend a little bit less money and get the light pass and get what you're kind of used to, just getting the high quality VODs and the high quality stream, get that light pass, you know. It's a little bit cheaper, so just kind of decide which one is best for you.
Exactly. The next game, by the way, well, we just see the players joining the match, will be another mirror match. It's going to be a ZVZ. Stefano is going to meet Don Ragu. Stefano was actually talking to me a little bit about the Koreans and how they pronounce things. They are not really, apparently they are not aware that a PH in his name is pronounced like an F. So they always talk to him and say like Stefano, Stefano.
Oh, well, actually in Korean there's no F sound at all. So they have to do that. It's the closest thing they've got, man.
That explains it. So yeah, they just go for Stefano, Stefano the whole time, and he was really weirded out by that. He was like, "Why do you call me that?"
It's the best they can do, man. They're not used to that sound.
It's going to be Crossfire, by the way.
Yeah, it is going to be on Crossfire. A good map for ZVZ. I mean, it's a two-player map. I like how on this map there's a ramp near the natural, so that it can make some interesting things happen. Of course, you don't have like any sort of advantage with roaches on the high ground in most cases there. It's not like PvT on this map, but it's a cool map because later on, if the game goes long, it forces there to be some really cool engagements with roaches. You have to be very careful where you fight so you have the better concave. This map could be quite awesome if it goes into the late game for ZVZ.
Stefano was quite confident before he entered the tournament and the group stage, and he won his first match. Will he be able to beat Don Ragu as well? We'll find out in a few seconds as game number 1 is about to start. Stefano against Don Ragu, Millennium against MVP. Ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. We'll be back in a few seconds with the next game at the Blizzard Cup 2011.